And we're underway again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Seedorf
Is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Zanetti. The ball is loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's whipped it across. Donadoni. And the pass is intercepted. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Zanetti. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read. That's great positioning. So good from him.
Seedorf.
Ambitious ball here. Zanetti gets into a good position. Doué going. He's having a go! And that's caused a worry or two.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Roberto Carlos. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Doué. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. The message is clear. None shall pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Nedved. Oh, that's nice. An instinctive delivery. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
It's their second corner of the game, and it's been taken short. That's a good ball. Distributed tidily. And it's Seedorf. And he shoots! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Roberto Carlos. That's Nedved. Zanetti plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Van Dijk. Here's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos drives forward on the overlap.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Tries to pass it through.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. And the shots!
They want to be quick to... Oh, what has happened here? He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Seedorf knocks it into space. Great ball, it's Figo! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Tottenham have their third corner. Up he goes! And that could have brought them level.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Played out to the left flank. Shifted it to the flank. Zaire Emery does really well there. He is strong. That's beautifully weighted. And he welcomes it in. In it comes.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. And Messi can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Tries to dink it through. Nedved looking for options for movement. It's a promising position. Oh, smashing! That's another chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front.
There's the shot! He's got a goal! 2 to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Nicely spread. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking for the run, and he's found a way past. Knocks it out wide. Forlan. Oh, good spread. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Shevchenko. Look at the space here. Donatoni. Doué gets into a good position. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Zanetti. Shevchenko going full tilt down the left. Now, can they get him away? Forlan looking to get on the end of this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
This looks promising. Oh, there's a probing ball. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Doué. Plenty. Doué! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Doué is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a go! Just not quite happening for him just now.
And Messi really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's their second corner of the game. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Great ball, and he's in here. Donatoni plays it in. Brilliantly cut out. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, they can break here. Leicester promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he get it through? Flings in across. Modric. Distributed tidily. He is through here. It's Bale! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Now it's Shevchenko. Donatoni. Ronaldinho, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's managed to get free. They've got a corner here. Corner number 3 coming up. Ronaldinho! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Failed. Vinicius Junior. Shevchenko. Bale. Now it's Bale. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played out towards the right wing. Played back in. Great chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Vinicius Junior herring after the ball here. Oh, he's been caught napping! Forlan. And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's Valverde.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Thinks about the shot. Shot at goal! What a wonderful goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Balten. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. He's gone away. Modric. Bellingham. Looking to play him in. Modric. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nice interception, well timed. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again.
And Messi definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And the shot! seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And now a sudden chance to counter. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The excitement
match.
already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Ambitious ball here. It's a goal kick. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That has not gone well. That's really well manoeuvred.
Seedorf.
Knocks it into space. Pings it across. Van der Ven attempts a clearance. Havertz. Mateus gets into a good position. He's onside. And it's Rijkaard. He's free, he has got space. And the finish! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Here's a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's a cute ball. So we're still where we started right now. He won't be happy with that one. Havertz. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. And it's Ronaldinho. Great ball if he can get there. And that's a good ball. He's had a shot! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 22 minutes is number 8.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now that's well seen too. And here's Griezmann. Can he get on the end of this? And he's lost, takes a shot! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Ronaldinho. And that is as far as they're going to go. Mateus tries to play it through. There's the delivery, there's the header. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking for a runner. And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. Mateus looking to play him in. Donatoni.
Seedorf.
Thinks one through. And the through ball. Look at the space here. Great vision. And he welcomes it in. Oh, such a clever touch. His chance, surely! And yes, it's there! Right back in the game. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
He's gone direct here. And this is Griezmann. Havertz. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Balde. Now it's Havertz. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He has found the way through. Goes for a shot! Mateus. And the half-time whistle goes. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So off we go once more. Well timed, excellent interception. Can he get it through?
Mateus really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Threads one in, tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. Shot a goal! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Seedorf.
And it's Griezmann. He's on it, can he get away? Rijkaard. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Seedorf.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Ronaldinho looking to add to his goal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus! Defending of the desperate variety. Donadoni has created one goal already.
Seedorf.
Ronaldinho. He's found a way through. Havertz. So we've reached the hour mark. Balde looking to get on the end of this. Oh, that's neat.
Bangladesh really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Played back in. And it's Albert Ferrer. That's really nicely shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Donadoni. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, what a climb! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Chance here to counter.
Zanetti.
Looking to provide the solidity his team so need. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Albert Ferrer.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Good take, decent chance! Should have equalised.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, terrible pass. Palmer gets a cross in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now that looks a decent ball. Looking for the run. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Ronaldinho. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Bojan. Balde deals with that comfortably. Mikel Oyarzabal. Now it's Okazaki. He is just caressing the ball. And that's a dangerous ball. And that's been won straight back.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Two added minutes
It's a little
has
off
been
target.
indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the ball's gone astray. And that will be it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness.
Hello, everybody,
Win
and
today,
welcome to
and they
today's
will
match.
be up there amongst the elite. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title, they finally managed it, and it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil.
And a chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward, and it's Tonali. Oh, outsmarting him this time. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, what can they make of this? Looking for a runner. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. Tonali. Messi. Now it's Stoichkov. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And that could well leave a mark. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Now it's Son Heung-min. Messi. And it's Zanetti. And it's Son Heung-min. Pinches it off him. Quarter of an hour played. Conte. Now it's Doué. Conte. Played out wide. Now it's Doué. Zanetti. Zanetti crosses. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Quality ball. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
So it is still 0-0. Conte. And Zanetti. Now it's Son Heung-min. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Tonali.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Almost half an hour in now. Back into the middle. Tries a shot! Griezmann. And it's Doué. And now the breakaway. And it's made its way to him. Doué. And he's been shifted off it. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now it's Messi. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pass somewhat off target.
Zanetti.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Played back in. Backward it goes. Got a Tony. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's going to go a long way. That'll be a throw.
And it's Tonali.
Tonali showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Jordan Henderson.
Baresi.
Some really good ball movement. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And a quick announcement for the benefit
Some first half
of anybody who has
thoughts?
found themselves
Well, there's
a
no
little
way
lost
to
today.
disguise the fact
Please
that
look at
they've
the
been
screen
poor.
for information
Not a
on
single
how to
shot
find
on
your
goal
way
tells
around
you
the
all you
stadium.
need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
And Messi really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Kante takes control of it and he's on the move. He's in a great position here. He's on it, can he do it? That's a half-decent try. No way through. And here's Griezmann. He gets big. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Baresi.
Son Heung-min. And here's Batistuta. Oh no, this does not look good.
Got a Tony.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Seedorf.
Nice looking ball. Oh, that was vital. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Son Heung-min is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. That's an imaginative pass. No, it's come to nothing. Son Heung-min. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Griezmann. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. So we've reached the hour mark.
Zanetti.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And that was nowhere near his best.
And it's Tonali.
Messi. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Lionel Messi!
Substitution in progress.
Vietnam can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Tonali. No, that's been intercepted. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Oh, that's well spotted. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Great vision. That is a great pick out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Conte. And no, that was never going to make it. Messi. Zanetti. And it's Ronaldinho. And it's lofted through here.
Substitutions taking place.
Baresi. Messi. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Knocks it out wide. He's shifting through the gears here.
Vietnam clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Perez.
Well, they've got it again.
And it's Perez.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Substitution.
Mbappe.
Well, it has been a very watchable, sometimes rather desperate contest. Understandable, one supposes, when considering what's at stake
Well,
here.
Peter, as you said, this is huge. Could do with more intensity and purpose, though, if they're looking to turn this around.
Leicester did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Tonali can so cleverly bypass the press.
Cleared without complication.
Messi
Plays it short. And he's got chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Ronaldinho.
Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Cannavaro
3
clears,
minutes added time.
and they're back on the ball again. Vietnam clearly now in lead preservation mode.
I'm sure some will disagree with me, but this is all about good ball retention now.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline
Please
in
take
the
this
end.
opportunity to pay a visit to our official
Your final
store
thoughts,
where
Jim?
memorabilia
Well, there's no
from today's
shortage of
match
effort
are
and
now
commitment
available.
from them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.